just a little after 9 o'clock on Wednesday, July 9th. It's time for our weekly meeting of the Logansport Board of Works and Safety. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Thank you. Roll call, please, Carol Sue.
Ron Miller.
Present.
Chris Armstrong. Here. Mayor Franklin.
Here. Approval of minutes from the July 2nd, 2014 meeting.
I've reviewed them. I would make a motion we approve as presented the minutes from the July 2, 2014 meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, passes on a vote of 3-0. Approval of claims in the amount of $26,482.08.
I reviewed the claims. I would make a motion we approve as presented the claims in the amount of $26,482.08.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion regarding claims?
None.
Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, passes on a vote of 3-0. Approval of licenses, there are none for consideration. Are there any changes to the agenda?
No.
Hearing none. Visitor comments? None.
Oh, wait, Dan.
I'm sorry, please.
Were you going to consider that contract tonight or today for the income survey?
I don't have a copy of
Okay.
it.
Well, I sent it to you the other day, but that's fine. I'm not ready to talk about it.
Okay.
I didn't know if it was on the agenda or not.
Okay, visitor comments? Krista, nothing from you? All right, we're good. Under old business, code enforcement officer, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Old business. Start out with 903 Spear Street. This is one that a couple weeks ago I brought to you. Had quite a bit of trash debris, siding, an old abandoned hot tub, and a swimming pool in the backyard. The board I requested the board approve the removal of the hot tub and the siding. That is still waiting to be done. I'm sure waiting to save a trip. Still, the decision has been made on the pool. At the board's request, I sent a follow-up letter to the owner of the property advising him that he had until today's date to clean the pool up and get rid of the standing water in it. He called and left me a voicemail that said he intended to rehab the pool and start using it. There's been no movement at all on the pool. The nasty water with the leaves and branches and limbs and stuff are still in the bottom of the pool. It's exactly as the pictures. It's exactly today as it was on the date that I took the pictures, which was June 24th. There's been no change on it. Since he did call and leave a voicemail, he did not leave a phone number when he left a voicemail. I've not been able to locate a number on him. I've tried contacting him at home several times. What I would like to do is send him one more letter advising him that he has 1 week from today to drain the water out of the pool and make it so that there's no mosquitoes or anything like that around there. If it's not done 1 week from today, I would request the Board of Work go ahead and order action to be taken on the property then. He has been notified about the pool. Certified letter was sent. He refused to sign for the certified letter. There's a copy of it in the packet I gave Chris. As of Wednesday, June 25th, it was processed through UPS sort facility. However, we've not received it back here yet, but notice was left with no authorized recipient on June the 6th. The date of the letter, the certified letter requesting his original appearance, was May the 29th. Okay. So he's had from the 29th till today to go claim the letter, and he hasn't done
City
that.
Attorney, can you weigh in?
The ordinance is that for standing water, we issue an order, and then he's got 10 days to comply with the order before we're allowed to take action. And I believe we issued an order last week.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Okay, and that was communicated to him?
Yes, I was communicated to him. I hand-delivered a letter and taped it to his front door. I sent him a snail mail letter, and I sent him a certified letter, all three. I made every attempt I could. I've made several attempts to find someone at home with no success.
And
You're
he
clear to
did
do-
leave a voicemail.
You're clear to do whatever you wish.
I make the motion, we order the pool to be removed from that location. It's an ongoing problem. We've tried to work with the man. May 28th was the first inspection. May 29th was the first letter. Here we are 6 weeks later, and the mosquitoes continue to breed in there. And it's just avoidable. This is totally avoidable. With just a little bit of effort, we could have avoided this. But there's no willingness. I make the motion that we order the entire property cleaned up, including the hot tub and including the pool, including removing the water, removing the pool frame and the pool liner.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed. Passes on a vote of 3-0. Dan, if you could do that one as soon as possible. That is a definite problem with the mosquitoes in the neighborhood, and I hear the complaints on a regular basis. Next.
It's 1320 Liberty Street. We've had several actions that we've taken at this house. Chris is familiar, Dan's familiar. I sent him a letter. The original letter went out to him, snail mail, June the 9th, followed up June 16th with a certified letter that he refused to accept. The original violation, he has cleaned up the majority of it. The big concern right now is that there is a mattress back there, and the neighbors are concerned after conversations with him that the mattress may or may not have an infestation in it.
Okay. Date of inspection, June 8th. Owner occupied. Did he refuse to accept the letter?
He refused to accept the certified letter.
Okay. And do you have the return receipt saying that he refused it?
Yes, you should have a copy of it in the packet I gave Chris. If not, it would be laying on my
Okay.
desk.
Confirmdelivery.com.
Yes, confirmdelivery.com is what it would be.
Okay. I appreciate where this man is coming from, although for $1 we can dispose of this problem. A $1 sticker on the mattress and it goes away, and we spend more than that on postage just to notify the man. I make the motion that we approve the property cleanup at 1320 Liberty Street, assuming that all the paperwork is in order.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed. Passes on a vote of 3-0. Another one that's totally avoidable.
On the
with
Liberty
just a little
Street,
bit of effort.
in your packet, you do have a copy of the confirmed delivery signature, don't you? Or not signature, but tracking paper.
I have confirmdelivery.com.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Then that's
Okay.
evidence right there that it was sent. He just
Okay.
didn't accept it.
That's all the old business. Thank you. Under new business, request to close sidewalk to all foot traffic for 3 to 4 months. I'll ask Chris to explain this one.
All Saints Church is going to be redoing their entrance on Market Street, and they are requesting that the sidewalk in front of the church where the construction will be going on to be closed on or about July 21st for 3 to 4 months. She will call my office and let me know the exact date that they're going to close it, and let me know when it's going to reopen so I can let everyone know.
And that's to allow for a handicap accessible sidewalk for entrance into the building?
I'm not sure what all they're doing. I just know it's going to be all redone.
Yeah. I think it's another improvement that they're making. They've added the beautiful building on the corner, and this will only enhance ADA compliance, I believe. I make the motion that we approve the request by All Saints Catholic Church, or All Saints Parish I make the motion that we approve the request to close the sidewalk for the All Saints Parish step project. It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Passes on a vote of 3-0. And next we have contract with the Indiana Department of Transportation. I would also ask Chris, because she's the one that's carrying the heavy load in this, to explain what's going on.
This is in regards to Safe Routes to School that is over by Fairview Elementary, and we have reconfigured how it's going to be done. We're no longer going along Clinton Street due to some problems that we were having there, so the sidewalk area has changed. We're working with LMU on that as well. So we requested an additional $28,500 from NDOT to make the necessary changes, and that is what this supplement is for.
Okay. I make the motion that we approve the contract with the Indiana Department of Transportation for changes to the Safe Routes to School project in the area around Fairview School.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, passes on a vote of 3-0. Under reports, we have first code enforcement officer.
Which one do Carol Sue first?
Oh, I'm sorry, Carol Sue. You're-
I just submitted to you
Okay.
just a form showing how much
Okay.
the proceeds of the auction for 2014.
Good thing the cemetery department was there. They're the only ones that made money. Okay. Code enforcement officer, your weekly report, please.
Hello again. We'll start out with I had 5 notices to appear. The first one, 208 West Linden Avenue, the property owner did contact me and ask for additional time, so I would bring that one back. Is July 23rd a Wednesday? Do you have a calendar in front of you?
It's a...
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay, I would request that this be placed back on the agenda for July 23rd. Next is a foreclosed upon property, 2301 High Street. Foreclosed upon by BMO Harris Bank, Naperville, Illinois. They were notified, the letter was signed for by someone at the bank. However, I've not heard from them and no action has been taken. We have mowed the yard at least once, maybe twice in the last month or so. My recommendation on this would be that we do a cleanup and removal of the TV and wood at the alley, and there's a mattress in the yard. And since this time, there's been a swimming pool and a trampoline that I suspect the people who were living there moved out since this original notice, moved out and set in the yard somewhere. So we will be re-notifying them on the trampoline and the swimming pool. But for now, I would request a cleanup of the TV and the mattress.
The trampoline and the swimming pool, is it still in the backyard, or is it
Yeah.
sitting by the curb?
No, it's in the backyard.
in the backyard.
But the trampoline is, it's not usable. There's no,
Is the swimming pool, does it contain water?
yes,
Is it an above-ground pool or like a
Yes.
kiddie pool?
an above-ground pool. And as Randy said, we have to give them a minimum of a 10-day notice on swimming pools.
Okay, so your recommendation is to request a property cleanup for the materials that's sitting by the curb, it's curbside?
The only thing said, there's nothing by the curb. Next to the alley, there's an old broken-up TV and a pile of wood debris. And then in the yard, there are 2
Is
mattresses.
it construction material or firewood?
Construction material. I think there's a picture.
I make the motion that we order the property cleanup at 2301 High Street regarding the materials just mentioned that are by the alley, and would ask you to follow up with another notification regarding the pool to be considered at some point in the future. That is in form of a motion.
I'll
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, passes on a vote of 3-0. George, before you go on, I want to go back to 208 West Linden.
Certainly.
And I would make the motion that we approve the recommendation, and that is to extend until July 23rd, the time period for that property to be cleaned up.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, passes on a vote of 3-0. Okay, next is 118 East Linden.
This, again, has been an ongoing problem. They were notified, Snell Mill, they were notified certified letter. They refused to accept the certified letter. It was returned. Deb, the secretary, did sign for it. I would request that it be cleaned up by the street department, the mattress and the siding and the other debris that's
Okay, see your photographs?
Yeah, there weren't any in that packet I gave you, Chris.
Wait, yep, here it is. Okay, sorry about that. Warrenville Road, Martin Sebastian. What about the truck? Is it licensed?
There were 3 or 4 vehicles in that yard that I tagged all of them. They removed all of them except for the truck. It's got current out-of-state plates on it now. It didn't have when I initially tagged it. However, I don't really believe it's operational. I'm trying. I've made several attempts to contact the residents there. If I'm not able to contact them in the next week or so, I'll probably go ahead and impound the vehicle.
I don't know if it's aimed at semis or not.
I don't think that's a semi, it's a straight truck.
But I'm not
It's a
sure.
box truck. It's like a box delivery truck.
Yeah. Okay, and initial letter went out on June 6th, and it doesn't indicate here if it was signed for or refused.
It was refused.
Okay.
There should be
Yeah,
a
there
paper
is
like
one.
this showing
Okay.
where Deb O'Connor signed for it.
Okay.
That came back.
Okay.
And then there should be the confirmation, confirmed delivery.
Based on your recommendation that everything is in order as far as notification, I'd make the motion that we approve the property cleanup at 118 East Linden Avenue.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Is there anybody here representing 118 East Linden? Bernie, is that you? Oh, all right. It's been moved and properly seconded, and there's no discussion, so all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, passes on a vote of 3-0.
Next is 1807 East Market Street. This is a house that was in foreclosure. It was purchased almost 2 years ago. The purchaser gutted it, and that's where it's remained since then. There's a TV that the owner failed to sign for, certified letter. It was sent out on June the 30th. The original letter, when a violation went out on June the 19th. You can see the pictures, you can see the confirmation deliveries timeline, and you can see where it was returned to our office, and our office signed for the return on it. I would recommend that we remove the TV.
I make the motion we order the property cleanup at 1807 East Market Street as requested.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion?
None.
Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, passes on a vote of 3-0. Next,
This one is 518 Bates Street. This is a rental property. There's a piece of carpet you can see from it, the mold and everything on it. It's been laying back there for quite some time. My recommendation would be that we clean it up. The original letter went out to the property owner on June 19th. Certified letter went out on June 30th. You have the confirmed delivery tracking log there showing that they refused to accept the letter for whatever reason, and you should have, no, I didn't print that one off, but you do have the confirmation delivery showing that it was not signed for by anybody.
and you say this is a rental property?
Yes, it is a rental property.
Again, this is one that could be resolved for $1. If the occupant or the owner would place the $1 sticker on that article, it would be picked up. We wouldn't have to do this. They refused to do it. I would make the motion that we order the property cleanup at 518 Bates Street.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Is there anybody here representing 518 Bates Street? Krista, is that you? No? All right. It's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Passes on a vote of 3-0.
And the last one, 718 Washington Street, has been resolved.
Okay. Are there any more questions for Code Enforcement Officer regarding his report?
No, I make a motion that we approve the report.
I'll second. Is there any discussion? All in favor of approving the Code Enforcement Officer's report, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Passes on a vote of 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Superintendent of Public Works. Hi, Dan.
Good morning.
Well, you got plenty to do now.
Yeah.
Thanks for your patience with us. Seems like you're
That's
the
okay.
magnet that catches everything.
We understand. Hopefully you have in front of you my monthly report for the Department of Public Works. We continue to be busy. Our mileage report for both departments are included. I would entertain any questions that you might have on this.
How often does the tub grinder break down?
Pretty frequently. It's like 23 years old, and it had the life expectancy 20 years ago was 10 to 12 years, and so we've been working with the solid waste district, and we are trying to plan a new avenue of attack, maybe replacing that, but a lot of time is spent on it. But it is a very, very, very valuable piece of equipment, because every tree, every limb, not only do we pick them up off the city streets, we actually grind them up and give them back to the residents, and they use them for mulch and various things. So, very valuable piece of equipment.
Still running the street sweeper every day?
When it doesn't break down, yes. We're a little bit behind in that. Parts are hard to get sold also, but we have a good mechanic, and he comes in overtime, so it's ready to go the next morning.
Any questions for Department of Public Works? I make the motion we approve his report as presented.
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Pass on a vote of 3-0. Thank you, Dan. And next we have Parks Administrator. Hi, Jan.
How are you all today?
Good. How are you?
Good. I included in my information the revenue attendance at Tower Park Pool for this last 3 years and up to date right now. And then the golf course operating revenue. I thought you've asked about that before, Ron, and I thought I'd share that where we're at.
Right.
So we're a little ahead from last year.
A little ahead
Not
in
much.
golf and a little behind at the pool.
Yeah, yeah. It's good weather for golfing. It's terrible weather for swimming.
Yeah.
So just not enough heat.
I appreciate both of these reports. It's always interesting, and especially when I'm asked about attendance at the pool. And this will be good information to pass along, but it looks like it's down about 20%, or at least the revenues are down about 20% from last year, and about 30% from 2012. So I think the trend continues there. Do you have any ideas as far as attendance at Riverside Park on 4th of July?
I don't know, but it was really full.
Yeah.
It was really full. I think we had more people there this year than we've had in the past. So we had a good day, though, for the most part.
Right.
Only a couple hiccups.
The fireworks, had a couple people tell me that they seem to be fewer than in the past. Is that?
There was an electronic problem with shooting them, and they didn't get to shoot them all. And I've spoken with the contractor on that, and he's going to do something to make it right. I don't know if that means not as big a bill, or he'll shoot another fireworks show for us, or what he'll do. But
Okay.
he was the people that were shooting were really upset, and something in their electronics just didn't work, and they were doing as much as they could by hand, and that's kind of antiquated, and it's also dangerous.
Yeah.
Because when they're doing that stuff by hand, they're putting their hand somewhere close by the tubes that they shoot from. So anyway, I'm still working with the contractor on that.
Be interesting to see if he is willing to give us some kind of credit. Is that Night Magic?
Mm-hmm.
And we've worked with them for 10 years or 15.
We worked with them for a long time.
Yeah, I can remember my days on the fire department working with them.
They used to train the JCs when the JCs did it all the time, and they provided the fireworks.
So they seem like pretty stand-up guys, and hopefully they'll make it right with us, and we can
I believe they will.
be able to explain what took place, and that is also helpful information that I'll be able to pass along. Any questions for the Superintendent of Parks?
I have none.
Parks Administrator, I'm sorry, Parks Administrator. I'm going to get it right.
I was the superintendent out of France Park.
I would make the motion we approve the Parks Administrator's report as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion?
None.
Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, passes on a vote of 3-0. Are there any board member comments?
None.
Miscellaneous business, including ADA Section 504 compliance or concerns, or any other matters not already considered?
None.
Hearing none, entertain a motion to adjourn.
To adjourn.
We're adjourned.